Hello and welcome to this episode of Microchips. In this short episode we'll be looking at part 2 of my LC7132 LC7137 modification for a CB radio using an Arduino to interpret the codes. So I've just received my PCBs from JLCPCB. So let's take a look at them. I just bear in mind that this is initial prototype and I have got another version of this that I'm currently working on, but I'm not sent that off to JLCPCB until I actually find out whether this one works or not. So I ordered these PCBs in 1.2mm thickness and black on the board. And as always, the JLC PCBs look very good. Nothing immediately stands out as being wrong with them, but only testing will tell. Anyway, let's take a closer look. So everything looks good on the boards. This board was made in Easy EDA and using the auto root feature. I didn't do any of the routing myself, and just to test to make sure that the 2.54 holes line up correctly and they all line up correctly with the pin headers. So I'll be using a lot of pluggable pin headers in this one, as it being the first prototype. I don't want to solder anything in permanently, so it's going to be thicker than it should be. But we'll start by putting the 12 volt regulator on it. I don't know whether I'm going to keep the regulator on, but for now we're going to test it with the regulator. I'm going to test some other power supply options before I send off for the next version of this board. But for now this is how it's going to be, just as a test. And now we have the pull down resistors, capacitors and headers for the ICs, and a header for the 20-way plug. I didn't know whether I actually needed 10k pull downs. And there we have with the Arduino Nano in a socket. It does make it very tall, but in the final one I won't need to put the Arduino onto a socket. I can just solder it straight to the board and there's enough clearance. So we've fitted a switch for the the UK and mid, we've fitted power, and there we have with the ribbon cable that will plug straight into the PLL socket. So let's test it in the radio. And I do have another radio switched on, and it is transmitting. Excellent. And I will switch it to mid-band. I know it does need tuning, but it'll be fine just for test. I think the VCO is a little bit out of lock, but it is receiving and it is transmitting, so initially it's working. And now with the speaker connected, so initial tests are all good. My code on the Arduino seems to work, the board seems to work. So I just need to mess about with a few other things on this board before I get version 2. I have actually changed the place of where the header goes to make it fit a little bit better. But that's going to be it for this short video. Please like, subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next video.